Hello, everybody, and welcome again to another live session. It's hard to believe that we've come to the end of our 12-day base camp, and I really hope that you've learned a lot during these last two weeks. I can tell you that every time that I do this course, I learn a lot of things too. And I really appreciate when you give me feedback on how you're doing with your lessons. I really appreciate hearing about your goals, your aspirations, and your dreams. It really excites me to think that many of you will be going to the university of your choice and getting into the school and getting to the country that you are hoping to arrive in soon to begin your studies. So again, thank you for giving me some insight into how I can even help you and future students have the success that you're looking for. And I really do want to congratulate you if you've made it and done the lessons each day. You've accomplished a lot in just a short time. And I hope that you feel more prepared for the IELTS exam. What I want to share with you today is how I can help you even further as you prepare for the IELTS exam. And I know that you've probably learned a lot in these last couple of weeks, but there is something that you really want to be sure of, and it's the reason that I offer this course, and that's to make sure that you are fully prepared for the IELTS exam. So I've kind of shared with you what I've learned from you in these last couple of weeks, but I really want you to ask yourself a question as you think about this base camp. What have you discovered in the past 12 days? Maybe you've discovered something about the IELTS exam and the skills that you need. Maybe you've discovered some strengths and weaknesses when it comes to your strategy and skills for the IELTS exam, and you have a better idea now of what you need to work on and how you can improve as you continue to prepare. Or maybe you've discovered something about your English language ability. Maybe you've discovered that there are some things that you need to work on. Maybe your listening or reading skills could be a little better, or maybe you've discovered that maybe you're better at writing than you thought you were, or at listening or speaking. So whatever you've discovered in the past 12 days, I want you to know that there are more steps that you can take, and there are ways that I can help you going forward. But the main question you really want to ask yourself is, am I ready for the IELTS exam? And if you feel ready after these 12 days, I really want to congratulate you. And that is part of the goal of this course. But if you don't feel that you're ready yet, that's really good news too, because it means that you know there's more preparation to do. And one of the greatest dangers that for you is to book your test or plan to take the IELTS exam before you're ready. And I just want to tell you a little bit about what happens with many IELTS test takers, and it's an unfortunate situation. I don't want to start with bad news, but this is an unfortunate situation, and it happens to over 50% of the people who take the IELTS exam. And the biggest mistake is a result of wasted time wasted energy, and wasted money. Do you know that each year, close to 6 million people take the IELTS exam? Every year, about 6 million people take the IELTS exam. Unfortunately, over 50% do not get the score they need the first time they take the exam. So what's happened when this occurs, as well as a lot of disappointment and discouragement, is it means that there's been a lot of wasted time. And maybe the wasted time was in doing things when they should have been preparing for the IELTS exam and they didn't take it seriously, or they underestimated the challenge of the IELTS exam. And so they just wasted time by doing things and not worrying about preparing for the IELTS exam. Or on the other hand, maybe they didn't find the best resources, or they relied on a lot of material that was not the best material for the IELTS exam. There are thousands of YouTube channels, lots of free advice, but not always the best advice. And they may have wasted energy. They may, once they've found resources that weren't helpful and spent a lot of time there, they may have wasted energy not doing things that are going to take them closer to success on the IELTS exam. And this last one can be a real killer too. And I know we really like to have free advice and free lessons. And I can tell you that I offered this course for free, not to just give you something for free. I am going to share with you some things that I can offer you as we go forward, and they are not free. But I promise you, they won't be a waste of money. And I promise you, if you do stay with me to the end, as I explain a few things to you, I do have one more thing that I would like to offer you for free that may be a key to taking the next step in your IELTS preparation. But one of the biggest wastes of money is treating your IELTS exam like it's a practice test. And unfortunately, this is what happens when you book your test before you're ready. In Canada, I'm not sure how the exchange rate for currency in your country is, but you probably know this well, especially if you've already taken the test and not gotten the score you need. The IELTS exam can be expensive. In Canada, it's at least $300 to take the test. And if you take that test and spend $300 before you're ready, that's a pretty expensive practice test. And maybe all your attempts at getting free advice and finding free materials ended up costing you money because it didn't fully prepare you for the IELTS exam, and you ended up spending money on the IELTS exam only to find out you didn't get the score you need and you didn't have the success that you wanted. So this is one of the things that I really encourage you to avoid, is to make sure you're fully prepared before you take the IELTS exam. And if it requires making a little bit of a financial investment in some lessons or courses or materials, that could be one of the best investments you make. Now, today, I am going to share with you some of the services that I offer. I'm not going to give you a sales pitch. I'm not even going to tell you the price of these things, but I am going to invite you to contact me if you think any of these things would be of interest to you. And I promise you that if you contact me and we chat together about some of these services, I will do my best to make them affordable and fit in with your budget as you prepare to go to university, as you prepare to move to a new country, and as you prepare to take the IELTS exam. So let me just share some of the ways that I can help you going forward if you're interested. And again, stick with me through these these next few minutes, and then I'm going to offer you one more piece of free advice and a way that I can help you at no cost to make the best decisions going forward. So first of all, let me just mention a few ways that I can help you if you've discovered that your English is not at the level it needs to be for the IELTS exam, because there's no getting around it. The IELTS exam is a test of your English ability. And if you found that your English ability is not where it needs to be for the IELTS exam, then this will be one way that I can help you going forward. I'm going to actually share 2 or 3 ways that I could help you. The first is a service that I offer. It's the English Language Assessment. And this is a test where you can measure your level of English. And for the IELTS exam, you know that you need to have, according to the international system, about a B2 or a C1 level, which is high intermediate or advanced. And if you're interested in assessing your English language ability, I can provide you with a test, and it will give you not only your overall level, but as you work through the test, it will identify the key areas and specific areas of English where you are the weakest at. And the advantage to this is, once you've identified where you're weak, these are the areas that you can focus on. Because when you focus on your weaknesses and improve your weaknesses, this is how you improve your English the fastest. And if you take this English language assessment, one of the most valuable pieces that comes with this assessment test is that you have a 1-hour session with me where we'll discuss a personal strategy for you for improving your English the fastest. And from that point, you can either decide that you need lessons, and you can find a good English teacher in your country, in your local area, or you can find online English lessons. But one thing that you will know from this assessment is the specific areas that are weak and that you need to work on. And you will have a consultation, a personal strategy session with me to discover how you can improve your English the fastest. And I'll be happy to give you advice during that 1-hour session to help you really move forward with your English. If you can't find a teacher in your local area, then you can talk to me about group lessons. Maybe earlier in the base camp, you met Valeria, who works with me, and we offer all levels of group classes from A1 beginner right up to B2. And if you accomplish B2, then that's the level that you need for the IELTS exam. And these group classes provide 2 1-hour classes per week. It's for an 8-week session, and you can usually cover a level in 8 weeks, and for a total of 16 lessons. These language group classes take place on Zoom, so it doesn't matter where you're located. It may be a matter more of what time zone you're in and when these classes are available. But in Canada, we offer them in the mornings and in the evenings. So there's a good chance that these group classes could be suitable for you. So all you have to do is you contact me by messenger or by email, and I'll be happy to give you more information about the possibility of taking group classes with me. Another way that I can help you with English is with private lessons. And again, these would be based on your English language assessment, but they would be very specific to your needs and customized to your situation. And again, It would be determined by your situation, and but they'd be customized just for you. The number of lessons would be determined by you, and this is just another option. But if you're interested in these, you can contact me as well by email or messenger. And there's one other course that I want to just mention to you. It's called Essential English for the IELTS exam. And this is a self-study digital online course that you do in your own time. It's a series of videos and a workbook, and as well as your own self-study. You have my support as you go through the course to be able to have any feedback on any writing exercises you do or any questions that you have as you go through the course. So if that's something that you might be interested in, it's something that you do. It contains about 8 lessons on essential English for the IELTS exam. So if your English is already at a fairly advanced level, if it's very close to being ready for the IELTS exam, but you feel there's just a few things you need to work on, this would be a great course for you. And just contact me if this is something that sounds interesting to you. So that's how I can help you with English. And I would really encourage you to take the time to make sure your English is at the level it needs to be, because there's no replacing that. There's no amount of tricks or tips or techniques with IELTS that can just make up for a level of English that is not high enough. So I would really encourage you to be certain that your English language ability is suitable for the IELTS exam. If you find that's true, then it may be that you need some more work on these techniques for IELTS and a strategy for IELTS. And I do have some ways that I can help you with that as well. And again, I just want to remind, I only have a few more things to share with you, so stick with me as we go through. And I promise I will share one more thing that I want to offer to you for free that really could be of benefit to you. First of all, this is another group course, this time specifically for IELTS. And this is, again, group lessons live on Zoom. Again, it's 2 1-hour classes per week for 8 weeks and 16 lessons. And again, you have all the ongoing support and material that you need to be fully prepared for the IELTS exam. And regardless of when you're taking your IELTS exam, once you've taken this course, if you still have 2 or 3 months or a few weeks before you book your test after completing this course, you have my support until the day that you write your IELTS exam. So if you take this course and then you want to practice your writing and have feedback on your writing for a few weeks before your exam date, you have my ongoing support until the day that you write your IELTS exam. I do want to mention something very special if you're interested in this IELTS course. I've been really fortunate to have Shakespeares Language School. It's located in Algiers, in Algeria, and they've partnered with me and me with them to offer you this course. So if you are interested in this course, again, it's live on Zoom, or if you live in Algeria, if you're in the area of Algiers, you can attend this course live on location and meet with other students. But if you're interested in this course, it's going to be starting again in the second week of January. It takes place on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the afternoon. Another time may be added at a future date, But I would really encourage you to contact me and let me tell you all about Shakespeare's Language School in Algeria, because I'm very happy to be partnering with them in offering this course. I also have this course starting in January will also be available as a self-study digital course with 16 hours of lessons. It will not be live on Zoom. This will be in the privacy and according to your schedule of your own weekly and daily routine. And but again, you will have the full support of feedback on your writing, any questions that you have as you practice listening or reading, and also feedback on your speaking. So while most of this course will be done according to your own schedule and time, you will have the opportunity to connect with me for feedback on your writing and speaking and answering any questions and support for the other sections of the IELTS exam. And again, private lessons are always available. Again, based on your IELTS assessment and how you've done, maybe through this course, you found out that you need some things that are very specific. For example, maybe you found that you get a high score in listening, but you're struggling with reading. Well, then maybe it would only take 1 or 2 private lessons to get the coaching you need to be successful in the reading section. It may only be 1 session for a specific type of listening question or reading question, or help specifically with writing task 2. That's the advantage of a private lesson. And this is, or maybe you just want speaking lessons to prepare for the IELTS exam. That's the advantage of private lessons. And again, depending on your situation, where you're located, if this is something that's of interest to you, just don't hesitate to contact me, and I'll do the best I can to support you and help make it affordable and according to your schedule. One thing that a lot of students have found helpful with a private lesson is sometimes all you need is just 1 lesson, maybe a couple of weeks before you take your IELTS exam, is kind of an emergency or a last-minute lesson, just to make sure you have everything ready. So that's another opportunity for you. So I just want to finish up. Again, I haven't meant to give you a sales pitch. I haven't mentioned any of the prices. Again, they're affordable, but if you want information, you will have to take the initiative to contact me and ask me about these. I'm not going to come after you. I'm not going to do a lot of marketing or sales pitches going forward. I will be, if you're a part of my email list, I will be sending regular emails to remind you about these services and give you a few more details. But here's how I can help you. And this is my way of congratulating you and thanking you for being a part of this 12-day camp. All you have to do, if you're interested, is message me by messenger or by email. My email address is info@esljeff.ca. And I would love to meet with you for a few minutes and just give you a free strategy session. Maybe you have questions about some of the things that I've mentioned today. Maybe you want to know what's best for you going forward. And if you message me and would like to have a few minutes with me to just talk about some advice or a strategy for moving forward, I would be happy to meet with you on Zoom, face-to-face, and we'll just take a little bit of time together, and I'd be happy to share with you how you can find even more success as you prepare for the IELTS exam. So if you have any questions about anything I've shared with you today, just contact me by messenger or by email, and I'll be happy to share all the information you need to have a strategy session with me, or if you're interested in any of the services or offerings that I've shared with you today. Well, that's it. I want to really congratulate you and thank you for being a part of this base camp. And I do wish you all the best on your journey as you prepare for the IELTS exam. And just in closing, I just want to tell you, if you are not finished the course yet, if you've gotten a couple of days behind, or you started late into the course, just a reminder that all the lessons, all the previous lessons, all the previous live sessions are located in the guide section of the Facebook group, and they will be available there for 2 more weeks. So you have another 2 weeks, if you're not finished yet, to get caught up, watch the live lessons you might have missed, and do the lessons that you've missed. And I just encourage you, contact me by messenger, by email, if you have any questions or want to book a Zoom session with me, and I'll be happy to send you the link and make sure you have all the information to get in touch with me. So all the best, and I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to hearing about your success. So if you do the IELTS exam and you get the score you need, or you get accepted into university, don't hesitate to send me a message and let me know. I'm thrilled when I hear good news from students that have been helped with this course. So all the best. We'll see you again soon in another live session. You'll hear from me via email. And as a part of this Facebook group, going forward, you can remain a part of this group for as long as you like and have more and more help, daily tips, weekly live sessions. Don't forget about my YouTube channel, IELTS Success Summit. Each week I add 2 or 3 new videos about different parts of the IELTS exam, and that could be a good resource for you as well. Anyways, I will be sharing all of this information again with you via email and in the Facebook group. So all the best, and let's just say hello to a couple of people. Manuka, just send me a message or email, and I'll be happy to let you know how you can contact me. And Haida, good to see you today too. So that's it for now. I look forward to seeing you again soon, and all the best on your journey.